Your morning news now. There are less than 2 weeks until Election Day, though more than 37 million Americans have already cast their ballot. Tomorrow night, President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden will hold their last presidential debate. Trump rallied in Pennsylvania last night. It's a state the president carried in 2016, but recent polls show Joe Biden in the lead there. The former VP has spent much of the week away from the campaign trail preparing for the final debate in Delaware.
I think a lot of voters feel more comfortable with doing the in-person absentee voting.
A big turnout for the start of early in-person absentee voting in Wisconsin yesterday, though some voters in Onalaska waited almost an hour to cast their ballots. Local election officials say absentee voter turnout in that city is about 40%, and that is just from mail-in ballots. Voter turnout is expected to go up over the next few weeks. When polls close on election night in Wisconsin, there will still be a lot of work ahead for officials. And because of an increase in absentee voting, the state's election commission is providing guidance. Once canvassing begins, ballots must be counted without a break. After an unofficial count is gathered, each Wisconsin county will list those unofficial results online. Following election night, officials have until December 1st to certify the results. Happening today, an online event is educating the community on what election officials are hoping to prepare for the election. Election Update, What You Need to Know, takes place at noon. It's the latest community conversation event hosted by the Interfaith Leaders Coalition. The Wisconsin Election Commission's Reed Magny will take part in the event. And if you'd like to take part, you can find a link on the Interfaith Leaders Coalition website.
Well, we're going to be between systems today. Plenty of clouds, though, and coldest temperatures to the north. Highs only in the mid to upper 30s for Eau Claire in the Chippewa Valley, where you have several inches of snow on the ground this morning. Low to mid 40s for highs here in the Cross, and then down to the south, upper 40s, even close to 50 as you head down towards Prairie du Chien.
This morning, the Department of Transportation is reporting good winter driving conditions in our area. However, the season's first significant snowstorm caused slippery roads and many weather-related accidents across Wisconsin and Minnesota. The Minnesota State Patrol says there were over 1,000 crashes and spinouts on state roads yesterday, but no reported fatalities. A much different story in Colorado, where historic wildfire activity is prompting the U.S. Forest Service to temporarily close national parks in some parts of the state. The closure will be reassessed each day, but significant moisture is needed to change conditions. 442,000 acres of land have been affected by fires that continue to burn across north central Colorado and southern Wyoming.
Either Democrats get every unrelated policy they want, or American families get nothing.
The deadline for a $2 trillion coronavirus relief bill has passed without an agreement. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi set Tuesday as the deadline for getting a measure done by Election Day. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says if the White House and Democrats reach a deal, the Senate will vote on it, but it's unlikely the bill will be done prior to November 3rd. The worldwide number of confirmed COVID-19 cases now tops 40 million, with more than 1.1 million deaths. Yesterday, Ireland became the first European country to reimpose a nationwide lockdown. People are being urged to stay home starting tonight. And in the U.S., more than 200,000 Americans have died from COVID-19. In Wisconsin, many hospitals are approaching capacity, especially in rural areas. At Upland Hills Health in Dodgeville, officials are reporting just 3 available ICU beds. A backlog in data reporting system from the Wisconsin DHS caused a surge in reported COVID-19 cases. Yesterday, the department confirmed 4,600 new cases because of a pause on reporting in La Crosse County. 51 new cases were confirmed. 20 of the cases were people ages 10 to 29. There are 4 new COVID-19 deaths in Monroe County. 3 of the deaths were people in their 80s and 1 person in their 90s. There are now 8 total COVID-19 deaths in Monroe County.
It's much more convenient for patients. And on top of that, it's safer for everyone.
Thank you. A new permanent COVID testing site from Gunderson Health System opens today on Mulberry Drive in La Crosse's north side. It offers drive-through testing for COVID-19 and other lab services like blood draws and flu shots. The site is open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and weekdays from 8 a.m. until noon. Workers at the clinic say it's a good idea to have someone drive you to the lab. As the La Crosse School District is gearing up to get ready for in-person learning next week, families have to start thinking about transportation. This year, the bus company Go Right Way has put in some safety precautions, including hand sanitizer, masks, and face shields. According to a representative from Right Way, there are plenty of buses for students, but there is a shortage of bus drivers.
Well, we are between storm systems today, but plenty of leftover clouds, even a few sprinkles potentially in spots this afternoon, perhaps a flurry or two north and west. Temps 34 in Eau Claire, 39 now in La Crosse, 43 in Prairie du Chien. We'll see highs today in La Crosse in the lower to middle 40s. Rain likely tomorrow, perhaps a few thunderstorms. The highs in the 30s to the north, 50s to near 60. Far south will be right around 50 here in La Crosse.
Thank you so much for sharing your morning with us. We hope you have a great Wednesday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.